Hi guys, Sandy here. In this video today we're going to go through what's in my bag. Now I've just come back from the European Championships and I've got lots in my bag that a lot of players didn't have, which I was a little bit surprised at, and I'm known for being, a bit of an organised freak, so I've got everything that I could think that is possibly needed in a match in my bag. And so in this video I want to go through that and hopefully it might give you some inspiration or ideas of things to put in your bag. Now I'm purposefully shooting this video away from the court because this is where I would organise my bag. Not necessarily this room, but away from the court. Yeah, I would make sure I've got everything. If I'm at a tournament, I make sure in the hotel room I've got everything that I need in my bag before I go to the club, so I'm not kind of desperately scrabbling when I get there. Now, let me know in the comments down below what's the kind of one thing that you feel is a game changer that's in your bag, and I will show you mine at the end of the video. So let's start with the basics. I will always have at least 2 rackets. I've got another one in that side. At least 2 rackets depending upon how long I'm away for. Sometimes 3 if it's a number of weeks. I will always have my shoes. I always keep my paddle shoes separately just because I don't really want to walk around like the car park and the club and stuff like that and therefore kind of ruin the surface of the shoes. These particular shoes are for the New World Padel Tour surface where there's no sand. Yeah, I have a different set of shoes if I'm playing on the courts with a lot of sand. These ones here are actually the hard court version because I don't want to be kind of too sticky on that surface. I'll always have a towel, that's obviously really important, and normally I will have water. Now most of the time at our tournaments they're provided by the club. If not, then I would bring my own water bottle. Yeah. When it comes to warm-up equipment, like this is something that I will always make sure that I've got, is a skipping rope. Yeah. One of those speed rope things, because I use that as my cardio to warm up. And then I also have 2 types of bands. Sometimes I have a lot more bands depending on what type of warm up I'm doing, but I've got a kind of longer one that I use for, a lot of the shoulder work. And then I've also got, one of these short fat ones to put around the ankle to do some glute activation before we start the match. So when it comes to equipment as well, I also will have at least 2 overgrips. I prefer the Wilson ones. Those for me work the best. And I also have a kind of gripping chalk spray if for whatever reason the hands are getting sweaty or I'm playing in a humid environment. Now when it comes to snacks or nutrition, I will always have like a kind of, I would say, slower release energy like this, or a banana or something like that I could take before a match. I will always have hydration tablets. I'm just used to playing in Dubai when the humidity can be really high, and having something with electrolytes in is super useful because you can, if you start getting dehydrated, your performance will drop significantly. And the other thing, which is a bit of a secret weapon, is I always have in this case some Haribos. Now these are just high sugar hits, and I use them actually in our 3rd set match against Belgium in the European Championships, because the match was going on for 2.5 hours, and so I needed something that was going to be quick release. If I'd have had a banana or the crunch in that 3rd set, yes, it would have given me energy, but not as fast as something sugary like this. Now I'm not really someone who likes a lot of sugar, so I wouldn't normally have those, but I actually always use them if I'm getting into a long 3rd set and I need a bit of an energy boost. So when it comes to my secret weapon, I have a couple of secret weapons actually. The first is my little tripod. I mean, it's so easy. You just kind of, pop it in like this, put the phone in here and put it at the back of the court, and you can easily record your matches. It's something that all of my students have one of these, and it's a great way to just kind of set it up. It takes less than 30 seconds and you can get to watch your match afterwards, which is super important. And then the other thing I have is a little kind of notebook, which will give me some ideas of what I'm working on, and that might be anything from kind of technical stuff to tactical, and it's just a really good way. A lot of top tennis players use this as well, a really good way to kind of keep track and to stay focused when you're in your match, particularly if you get tired or you kind of lose your way in a game. A little notebook can be really, really useful. As you can see, I've got quite a lot of stuff in my bag. Let me know down in the comments if you've got any of this stuff or if you pack your bag at all. And also let me know if I'm missing something. And if I am and it's important, then then it will be in my bag for that next tournament. I hope you found this useful, and I will see you on the next video.